during the equally notorious pseudo-cancelled WAL Finals of 2017. Although I think it's pretty obvious what Bajent was doing here. Most of the online backlash went towards Michael Todd for his, in my opinion, pretty understandable outburst after the match. There have been others using this move, but in most cases, arm wrestlers in the public eye are smart enough to stay as far away from this one as they can.
I can genuinely say this is like the biggest.
Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you might be. Hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. Welcome to the Arm Historian Live. Get some music going. There we go. How's it going out there in the arm wrestling world? Let's use in chat. Tomer, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Hey, James Stewart. What's up, man? The Drew. Hope you're doing well. Welcome. The Claymore says a few will be over from Arm Gods. It's just finished. Well, I don't know if I'm still on Vogue with the Arm Gods guys. I think I've kinda become a persona non grata over there for some reason. But yeah, what's on the docket today? We're going to be doing kind of a live viewing of the voting of the Arm Wrestling Fantasy League, as far as voting people into the league. I've compiled a list of, I think, about 105 arm wrestlers. Let me show you guys. Took a long time getting all those pictures in there. But yeah, this is what it looks like. There's a link you can go to. I pinned it in the chat. Go over there if you haven't already. Get your votes in. I'll quickly read the description here. Vote for your favorite athletes to be included in the Arm Historian All-Time Prime Fantasy League. Every week, several fantasy arm wrestling matches will be taking place on the Arm Historian Live, so that's right here. Commentated on by some of your favorite arm wrestling personalities. There will be special guests on future videos here, on future live streams. You can select a maximum of 5 athletes from this list. So your 5 favorite athletes to get into the league. The rules of the league, we'll quickly go over them one more time just for people to be clear here. All athletes are in their all-time prime form. There's double elimination, best of 1 on the right arm, East versus West rule set, an open weight class, and finally Levan is banned. We voted on all these things during previous live streams. So yeah, I compiled this list. If there's some people that aren't in there that are like very egregious to not have in there, then I might still add them, but I think I pulled from a lot of different places, like I did last time. I kind of looked at the top guys right now, kind of looked at some of the top guys throughout history, like in the last decades, and then I kind of pulled a couple of like arm wrestling personalities and stuff like that, a couple of wild cards in there, like see Ryan Bowen here. Like I don't think anyone would say Ryan Bowen is one of the all-time greatest arm wrestlers. At least not yet, right? But he's still a well-known figure within the arm wrestling world, and would be kind of fun to have him in here as kind of a wild card. So yeah. Sorry, I had to mute there for a second to cough. So yeah, that's what I did, and that's what you guys can vote on. We'll be keeping an eye on kind of the rankings during this live stream, how they'll rank up here. So you can see, very interesting, seeing these responses coming in. And then we also can like kind of get an insight of how people are voting, right? Kind of get to see. Now, of course, your email address isn't shared. I have no access to your email address. It's not shared with me nor with anyone on the live stream, of course, if you decide to vote. But I do get kind of an insight to this interesting. The last person that voted, for example, voted for Dimitri Trubin, Vitaly Aletin, Matt Mask, Dave Chafee, and Todd Hutchings. So yeah, that's kind of interesting to get an insight into what individual people are voting for. So yeah, I think that's a good way to do it. I might refine it for future editions of the Fantasy League, but I think this is a nice way to do it. For those of you that don't know, maybe I'll go over really quickly over the Fantasy League in general. Also for people watching this on the replay, it might be useful to just get a quick rundown of what exactly it is. Let me fiddle with the music a little bit, turn it down just a tad here. I think that's better. So yeah, every year I've done 3 of these now, this one included. I kind of set up a fantasy tournament featuring the best arm wrestlers in history. But like the best version of them ever. We kind of have a time machine, access to a time machine. We go back in time, steal them, and force them to participate in our tournament in their like absolute prime form. And then what I think the cool part is that you come in, and the arm wrestling community at large comes in and decides on who wins every match in that tournament between these all-time prime forms of pullers. And then every week when I'm doing this while I go live, I'll have 1 or 2 guests on, people from the arm wrestling community, well-known people from the arm wrestling community, like either good arm wrestlers or kind of arm wrestling personalities, so to speak, will come on and commentate on the matches as you guys are voting on them. So yeah, that's the Fantasy League in a nutshell. I think I'm gonna do something like 20 pullers at the end of the day. I think that's fair. I think that's a good number where we can kind of keep it relatively short, like I would like to keep it under 8 live streams, if at all possible. I'm leaving for a couple of weeks to the Philippines sometime in June, so I kind of want to get it done before then. So I'm aiming for that. So yeah, that's the recap of what the all-time Prime Fantasy League is. If I've missed something or if you guys have any questions about it, feel free to ask. I'll also kind of create a summarized version of it in a long-form video. So if you miss any of the live streams or you don't feel like watching multiple hour-long live streams, I get it. Then you can always catch the abbreviated version of whatever went down in a long-form video, probably a month or so after the actual league ends. Or whenever I have time to actually edit it together, if that makes sense. Tomer says you didn't give Smaev a good pick. Look at Discord, I put some gnarly pics of Smaev there. Let's just say he's not making it to 30. Yeah, Smaev is in... Yeah, he kind of looks terrible, to be honest. I checked him out while adding people to the list here, and yeah, guy is not looking healthy. Yeah, the Drew, I really don't get Fantasy League thing or the point. Yeah, I hope that I explained it well. I'll write a summary and post about it on my social media, but yeah, that's basically what it is, right? It is literally like a fantasy league. If you could create your ideal league of pullers in their all-time prime, you could invite them. Who would you invite and how would that league actually play out? So for example, if we get, like I'll just pick some people here with a lot of votes, Hermes versus Vitali in round 1, and then I have a guest on during that live stream. We would commentate on how do we think this match would go. We'd read comments of people saying in chat, oh, I think this match would go this way, I think this match would go that way. And then people would be able to vote on who they think would win the match while it's happening in a YouTube chat. And then based on that, whoever wins moves on in the actual tournament. And then at the end we'll have a winner of the all-time Prime Fantasy League and a full ranking. I think that'd be an interesting thing to take a look at the end there. Tomer says, I checked out his Insta. He said it's important to not waste your youth. He doesn't want to be 40 having done nothing. He said he'd rather live life to the fullest than not really live at all. Yeah, I can kind of tell he has that mindset going for him. To each his own, I guess. Like the live fast and die young mentality is not really one I want to emulate necessarily, but I can't fault people for doing what they want to do with their own body, right? I think people, yeah, can do whatever they want, as long as it's with their own body. Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it either. Yeah, indeed. The Drew. Or you don't get the point of doing that we pick and vote for winners of made-up matches. You could ask what's the point of doing anything, right? Or what's the point of speculating on a match or on a future match? Like, people do that all the time in the arm wrestling community, so... You can watch some of the previous editions if you want. We've had some cool guests on and stuff who seemed to get what we were going for and liked it. Like we've had Paul Lynn and Ryan Bowen on, and Aussie Arm Wrestler, a couple of other people. What's the point of life? Yeah, exactly. I don't see the point of putting too much energy in this league thing, I guess, lol, or in any sport really. Talking about it is cool, of course. Yeah, I mean, if it's like a matter of where you put your energy and nobody's forcing you to put your energy in it, it's just like my videos. It's not like it's making me rich or anything like that, or I don't have any ulterior motives apart from me having fun talking about arm wrestling and looking into arm wrestling, right? It's kind of why I make content in the first place. So for me, it makes sense, you know what I mean? Friendly Faces, it was pretty funny when Bowen was on and he was winning his match. Yeah, his match versus Dave Chafee. I wonder if Ryan Bowen will get voted in this time. Let's see, how many votes does Ryan Bowen have? Where is he in the list? If I can find him, there's so many arm wrestlers on here. I think he's at 0, yeah. He's still at 0 votes. It's not even on here. Yeah. But yeah, we did have a lot of fun with the previous fantasy leagues. I like doing them. And I think it's a good way to interact with the community and just kind of, I don't know, talk about where people think, when people think arm wrestlers, certain arm wrestlers were at their prime. To me, at least, that's interesting. Rieger should have votes then. Yeah, I don't know if he has votes. Can't believe it's been a year already. Yeah, crazy, Tomer. Time flies, man. Time flies. I kind of want to do 2 of these every year, but yeah, it is an investment of some time. I need to put in quite a bit of preparation, so maybe if I can get like a good template going, you know what I mean? I can cut down on the time it actually takes to prepare these. And yeah, that'd be better. Can get them out more easily. I'm also trying to finish up the 3rd episode of the Jombers Inc. mini-series. So yeah, that's something I do need to take into account. Get that finished at some point. Devon isn't winning so far. So far, Hermes has 8 votes, so Hermes coming in at seed 1 so far. Which is interesting. I would have expected Devon, but yeah, there you go. Yeah, although it is a little different than like a classic fantasy league, right? Where you're actually basing it off of real life matches and kind of betting on it with people. Yeah, this is kind of different, so I don't think there's an app specifically for this, but there are bracket apps that I used before, stuff like that. That's pretty easy to set up. But you still need to put in the time of actually inputting everything, and like with this I actually had to get all these pictures and put them in one by one. Yeah, but it's alright because now I have a folder full of arm wrestlers pictures that I have handy in a moment's notice if I ever need them on live stream or for a video or something. Niels Index Finger, how you doing, man? Welcome. Says I like the idea. Good. Yeah, who knows, Drew? Who knows? My usage of AI is very limited. Yeah. I've used it a little bit for research lately, just because the latest version can kind of cite their actual sources. So it helps in some regard, but yeah. For actual writing and other stuff, it's still pretty crappy to me. Can't quite get where I wanted to get, so don't use it for that. Let me see if I can get the chat highlight going here. So yeah, it'll be a relatively short live stream here, in part because I want to finish the Jombers Inc. Episode 2, get that out as quick as possible, and also because yeah, I'm gonna let this run for a week until next Sunday, and then kind of announce it. I might do a couple of live streams during the week if I find some time, where I kind of update you guys on the current standings, so that'd be interesting. Hey Kazazuri, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're well, man. How's the left arm doing? Let's see, this should get chat highlight going here. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, Ermi's currently leading with 8 votes. Let's take a look at some of the like individuals, how they voted. I see here the last person that voted for Rustam Babayev, Hermes Gasparini, Todd Hutchings, Andrei Pushkar, and Taras Ivakin. That's a pretty good list. I like it. It's some people from the past and some people that are really good now. Yeah. I like that. Because Azuri says, feels weird still. Right. Got a good pounding yesterday, yeah. Because Azuri and I worked out on the right arm yesterday. Kind of gave his left arm a break. And by extension, my own left arm a break too. Gary Goodrich, 2 votes. Taras Ivakin, 3 votes, getting kind of up there. I think the top 3 or 4, yeah, the top 4 right now is Hermes, and then a shared second place between Vitali, Dennis, and Devon. Which makes sense, although I wouldn't have expected Hermes to be this much ahead of the other guys. Travis Bajent has 3 votes, Cleve Dean has 1, John Brezink only 2 so far. Todd Hutchings, Alexei Voivoda, and Andrei Pushkar are equal, which is also interesting there. Yeah, I think I like this way of doing it. Kinda lets me keep an eye on it, and it also just determines the order, the seed order of the actual tournament. So yeah, that's one more thing taken care of just by doing it this way. Neil's index finger says, just voted. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, 18 people so far have voted. You do need to log into your Google account, and that's just to prevent people from voting too many times, you know what I mean? Yeah. If I still see like some shady stuff coming in of like the same votes 10 times in a row, aka people just using their alt accounts, then I'll exclude those votes. But yeah, I trust you guys to be cool about it. I'm also posting this on most of my other social media. I haven't posted on Instagram or Facebook yet. I've posted on Reddit and on the YouTube community tab, so yeah, I expect quite a bit more votes to come in during the week. Tomer says mine was Dennis, Maiev, Travis, and John. So you only voted on 4, or? Let's see if I can find yours in here. And Hermes, I forgot, okay. One just came in of Matt Mask, Devin Larrett, and Ivan Matushenko. Very brief, but I guess someone who knows what they want. There you go, Neil's index finger. Now we know. Sorry to dox your votes like this, Neil's index finger. Yeah, Hermes still ahead. Devin Larrett now kind of gaining on him. Let's see if we can find some other interesting ones in here. Smaev is up to 3 votes, which puts him about equal with Andrei Pushkar and Georgy Zaranov and Dave Chafee. So that's very interesting because Smaev, not really an arm wrestler. Yanis Amelins has won. A lot of people with 0. Mazahir Saidu has 1 vote. Is that interesting? Very interesting. But yeah, awesome. I see some votes, some more votes coming in. Thank you guys. I will keep you updated throughout the week. I'll try to go live either tomorrow or the day after. But yeah, my priority now is kind of finishing the John Brezink video apart from this live stream. So Tomer says Maiev did 40 kg for 50 reps hammer curl. Yeah, was that with the 2 dumbbells around the belt, or was that something else? I think I saw like a... No, that wasn't a hammer curl. I think I saw him do like pronation exercises with like 2 dumbbells on a belt. Something like 40 kilograms or something. Okay, yeah, I didn't see that one, but I did see the pronation lift that he did. Let's see if I can show it really quick. So yeah, we do have quite a bit of people already lined up as special guests on the Fantasy League live streams coming up when the actual matches start happening. Yeah, we have some very cool guests. Some people that are very generous with their time. One I can give away already is, and I think most people who are regulars of the channel kind of know this person would be coming on, is Eric Roussin of the Arm Wrestling Archives, of course. Eric's been on this channel many a times, and I think he's perfect for these kinds of things. Has a tremendous well of knowledge. Let's take a look at the Smaev lift here. Try for fun, 48 kilograms times 8 reps. Yeah, looks like he's having a lot of fun. Well, I don't think I could do that. So, yeah, good on him. Here's another one, it seems. Taking some premium mass first. Okay, he's doing the lift a little differently, but that's still strong, man. That's still good. Like, why doesn't he really arm wrestle? As he said. Hey, Verbear. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Left is dead from tournament and right get pounded by the arm historian. That's true. Tomer says, I saw Dennis claim he did that pronation lift for 100 kilograms. I'm not gonna call Dennis a liar, but 100 kilograms with range of motion. I'm not sure if it's possible, but I never did see Dennis lose pronation, so that seems like a lot, man. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, these are the hammer curls, I'm guessing. Yeah, that's I guess his range of motion is pretty limited just because of his physiology. Jacked Santa, yeah, he does kind of look like Jacked Santa. The amount of pancakes could feed a small village for a month. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, the guy is something different, man. It's crazy how much he changed in the span of a couple of years. His biceps look like, hang on, in this one, I think they look downright, I don't know. I don't want to say ugly, but just scary. It's not ugly, it's just scary. Like I'm afraid for them. Not necessarily of them, but afraid for them. Like I'm afraid for his tendons. Fucking unreal. Looks like the mutated version of Juji Mufu. Yeah, that's actually a good point there. Juji is doing some really cool stuff on his social media. Like, some of the things he's doing looks really clean and really nice. And I'll show you guys. Like, he's always been good at flips and stuff, but just the way he presents it here is really cool. Really clean, really cool. Yeah, man. This stuff is gold. Doing really well. Like 3.2 million likes. That's crazy numbers. Like, seriously. But it's really well made. It's well edited. It's clean. It's very well executed. Good aesthetics. I like it, man. It's just a really muscular bodybuilder type guy doing crazy gymnastic stuff. Which, yeah, awesome. Love it. I saw Jujimufu training with Michael Todd, so yeah, maybe, who knows. I wish he'd make one of these shorts about arm wrestling. Would be great to have another influx of Jujimufu stuff in arm wrestling. So let's see. I'm gonna kind of taper off the stream in a little bit. I'll go over some more like voting stuff here for a second. Devin Larratt has taken the lead with 10 votes coming in for him. Hermes dropped down to second, but still kind of dominating all the other pullers with 9 votes. And then, yeah, a lot of people straggling behind at 3 votes, so probably I'm looking at it and the cutoff is probably gonna be 1 or 2 votes right now. But yeah, I'm sure that'll change during the week. I can see that evolving to the cutoff being like 5 votes or something. Let's take a quick look at like individual votes here. I see someone voted for John Brzezinski, Kamil Jablonski, Cleve Dean, I like that, Devin Larratt and Alexei Voivoda. That's a solid list. I think that's a solid list. That's like hitting some of the classics, but then also putting in some personal favorites, right? So I like it a lot. Yeah, the next one is kind of along the same lines. Very interesting seeing all these different votes. But yeah, that'll about do it for today's live stream. Keep your eyes peeled for part 3 of the John Brzezinski mini-series that I'm putting out. Hopefully I can finish the editing tonight. If not, I'll try and finish it tomorrow for you guys. Other than that, keep your eyes peeled on the live stream tab of the channel, because I'll probably be going live during the week as well to keep you guys up to date on who's gonna make it into the league and who's kind of falling behind. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled if that at all interests you. And other than that, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Sorry that it's kind of a short live stream this time, but yeah, I'll make it more than up to you guys. And yeah, I enjoyed it nonetheless, and thanks for hanging out as always. See you next Sunday, same time, same place. If you feel like it, I'll see you there. Till next time, bye bye guys.